Welcome to In the Grove. I'm Diane Malinowski. I'll be your host. And today we have with us Mayor Craig Johnson to tell us about some of the exciting things that are going to come up this summer. Welcome, Mayor.
Hi, Diane, and it is going to be exciting.
It is.
The world's getting back to normal. Pandemic going away. Masks are gone. We can act like we did just 2 years ago, 3 years ago. We'll get back to normal.
And the summer can't come soon enough.
No, it's exciting. Yeah, this winter is dragged on. But like usual, we're going to probably go straight from winter to summer, no spring.
That's okay. We've got lots to do.
Yes.
And especially, we want to hear the lineup of Unity Within the Community, our Midsummer Classic Concert Series.
Well, we're excited. We've done this now since, at least 15 years.
Oh, I was
and
wondering.
It's been going a long time. Our first one we did was back for our 50th anniversary in 2006. REO Speedwagon came.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
And we thought it'd be a one-time thing, just like we did the bike race for the one-time thing, 50th. And bike race went on for 8 years, and the concerts are still going on. So it's exciting to have that, and we're excited about this year's lineup. It's going to be a good one. And again, it's a way to bring us all together in a safe environment. And I always joke with people, if you don't like your seats, find me after the show. I'll give you double your money back because it's free. But the nice thing too on Diane is, I say this every year, I keep saying it, is it's truly paid for either by video gaming money, the fee to sell cigarettes, or hotel tax. That's all that pays for it. So if you don't do any of those, it truly is free to you. We pay for the manpower, the police, the fire, public works, all the bands, staging, everything involved is all covered by that fund. So this year we're going to have fun. As you know, lately we've been doing it by kicking off on the 4th of July.
Yes.
We do it with Lions Club partnership. They get the benefits of proceeds from people buying food and beverages at the concert. So we tell people, Tasty Candy always does it. Go get a hot dog, go get a hamburger, get something. Could help support our Lions Club. And this year for our 4th of July, we're opening up with KC and the Sunshine Band. And they, talking to Murray Weiner all the time, he said they put on a phenomenal show. Big stage, a lot of lights, screens. I mean, it's going to be a true entertainment. And it's nice. It's on the 4th of July. The concert starts at 8 o'clock, a little half hour later, because we want to finish up, because we have fireworks afterwards.
We'll keep it
So,
close to dark.
Yep, so it'll be done at Rotary Green, where the 4th of July is. And people say, well, when can you come put, usually about 8 o'clock in the morning, we let them put the chairs out.
Yep, I remember it used to be 8, so I was
Yep,
hoping.
we still have that. And the reason we can do that there, unlike at the Village Hall, they actually have equipment out in front of the stage working. But the Rotary Green, the parking lot's now big enough, they can do all the work on the parking lot. So people can come earlier than usual, put their chairs out. And again, it's a nice Rotary Green location. And then Casey will come on at 8 o'clock. We're excited. Like I say, it's going to be a great kickoff. And then at 9:30, about 9:30, we do our fireworks. And everyone's talking, Diane, how excited they were last year with the fireworks.
It was good. I was there.
We stepped it up. We put more money into it, and we're going to do that again this year. The board made a commitment that we're going to keep that level of fireworks now every 4th of July. So as Itasca's not too happy with us, because more people than people realize said, Mayor, we're coming to Elk Grove now. We used to go to Itasca. We're staying at Elk Grove. We're going to do our fireworks spectacular again this year. And again, it's to help support, benefit the Lions Club. And it's a winning combination that night to kick off the season.
Oh, that's good. Last summer for the 4th of July, the fireworks get to a level where you just start laughing because it's overwhelming.
Yes.
And so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. And then we roll into, go back to the Tuesdays that we traditionally did. Tuesday, July 12th, the Little River Band, and then you're throwing it back to Village Green.
Yeah. So what we did was, we want to help partner with the Lions Club, and it makes sense. We can't do fireworks at the Village Green. So that's why we do Rotary Green. It works out beautiful for that. Then we come back to Village Green, which is 4th of July is on Monday. So a week from the next day, the Tuesday, we do back our normal Tuesday spot here, 7:30. And yes, Little River Band, I don't think people are going to realize till they come that night how many hits that band has. Because, it's more of a mellow type music. I mean, it's still, rock and roll, but still more, and you heard it so much. I mean, at least I know you and I were about the same age. You heard it so much on the radio when we were younger. you just don't realize how many songs they got and #1 hits. Of all the bands we have this year, they may have the most top hits of any of the bands we have this year. So that we're excited about. Again, it's at 7:30. Again, come. Rocco Vinos will be there. But again, at our event, if you want to bring your own beer, your own wine, your own sandwiches, I know Jewel, Osco, and Walgreens, they love it because they sell out with the beer and all that night. And again, people go to Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's. I mean, they go all the sandwich places around there, get something. And our restaurants are busy, which is what we want to see. Good tequila, Buffalo Wild Wings, Coach's Corner. They all have good things. So it's really a nice event there at that location. And if you remember, the last band we had there last year was the Beach Boys.
Oh, yeah.
And
That was
that
a
was a
crowd.
crowd, the biggest ever by far. Over 20,000 people were there. And the funny part about that, Diane, was they were sitting on Wellington, on the wall by the Park District, 3-4 deep. Listen, from behind the stage, there was that many people there. So, I'm sure Little River Band's going to draw good too. We're excited about that. But it's a unique place because, we've done this now all these years. We never have arrests. We never have any problems. We don't have issues. And that's because the community's coming together. People outside the community, relatives, business owners, stuff, they come. And it turns out to be great. So, yeah, that's going to be a great night. We're excited as can be about that.
I looked up all the bands today. Of course, I've heard of them and heard of some of the songs, but I would encourage people to look either in The Villager,
Yes.
or go to your website, or from what we're talking about today, because of course I've got Lonesome Loser stuck in my head, and you just Google it or go to YouTube, and it's like, oh, I know that song, because I'm not one that can actually match bands with the titles of songs, but I certainly know all the words.
Well, and that's what Murray, when we put this together, it literally takes months.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got some ideas of bands for next year that Murray's already starting to work on. And Murray Weiner, EMG, an Elk Grove company, Entertainment Management Group, they're the ones that put all the shows on for us. They've done it from the beginning. That's what they do. That's their business, all that. And we literally start talking, sometimes not about next year, we're talking a year later even sometimes, because some bands we want to get for this year might not work schedule-wise. But we think, okay, let's make sure we get in early for the next year after that. So that's why, like KC, we've tried to get them 3-4 times. And what happens is you may have them lined up, but when COVID came, we had to bop them out, and they couldn't come like the next year, so now we'll get them like this year. So we takes a lot of figuring, but I do exactly what you do. He comes up with some bands sometimes, and I'll go on YouTube, and I'll sit there and go, oh, I didn't know they wrote that song. Oh, I didn't know that was their song and stuff. And but it literally takes us months to get them together, the bands, hooking schedule-wise, talk to the board. And of course, we partner with the Park District on this. So they're part of our process. We talk with them. It's a lot of process, but it works out well. And that's why I think usually people love what we do. Mm-hmm. And again, like I tell you, if you don't like it, I'll pay you double your money back for the ticket price. So it works out well, yeah.
Now, I know in November you had this lineup tied up.
It takes us that long. Murray and I start working usually about July. When we're at the concerts going on, we're already thinking, hey, what about this? Check on this. See about them. What do they charge? Because that's a big part too. Yeah. The problem we got like this year is because so much was shut down for the pandemic, these bands have not played sometimes for 1 or 2 years. There's some bands that didn't even play last year. So they haven't been on road for 2 years. And unfortunately, sometimes they want to make up for what they haven't made. So we have to make sure financially it works within our budget and then works with everything else. So, but yeah, it should be exciting, and we can't wait for this to get going.
Yeah, everyone's looking forward to summer. And then Thursday, July 21st, Rick Springfield back at Rotary Green. And this is where you're putting it together with Rotary Fest.
Yes, so I know usually month of July, it's Tuesdays in Elk Grove. Mm-hmm. We're doing something different. We're going to do this for a few years. We're going to test it out. Everyone remembers Port Rotary Club. They put on Rotary Fest every year, and they did it in June, Father's Day weekend. Well, that was tough to get helpers because they worked on Father's Day. A lot of people want to be, it's a family deal and that. But more importantly, what hurt was, for some reason in this area, June, it rains and gets cold. I mean, I remember 3-4 years ago, we're sitting at Rotary Fest on Sunday with winter coats on, just almost shivering and stuff. So we've talked to them, and they want to partner with Elk Grove, and now we're going to be the kickoff event for the July date. So Rotary Fest, they're going to have the carnival again. So Bill's bringing the carnival. Bill Johnson, no relation, has done the carnival forever. He's bringing the carnival again, and they're going to do Rotary Fest. Now, the Rotary Fest, though, this year, the carnival is going to be extra days before and after, but the Rotary Fest is just Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, because those are the main nights. Now, Carnival will be there on Sunday still, but Rotary Fest will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And on Thursday night, we're going to have Rick Springfield. We're going to have the big concert set up, and we're going to do that to help kick off their event each year. We're going to do this for a few years, see how it goes, and hopefully it brings them a lot of business, like we bring business to the Lions Club with having Tasty Catering. Now, the Rotary Club will get a lot of business. They're going to have the beer tent open. They're going to have all the different food vendors, so people can come and enjoy that and see a big concert that night. So we're excited about that, and again, we're looking forward to partnering with them. And then remember, Rotary Fest will still take place. Friday night they're going to have the bands, and Saturday night like they always do. The nice thing too with this though is we're bringing the big stage in for Rick Springfield. He gets a big stage. The stage is going to stay, so all the cover bands that do the Friday and Saturday night at Rotary Fest will be on the big stage.
Oh, they will
because
love that.
the main cost is bringing it in, setting it up,
Taking it
and
down.
taking it down. Well, we already paid for that. So just to keep it out there for 2 extra nights is minimal cost. So now think about it. It'd be like getting the Schaumburg Flyers to play or Boomers, what it is now, play the baseball game at Wrigley Field. Even though they're a lower level pro team, playing at Wrigley Field, they're going to look like the best of the best. That's our hope with the bands that play in Rotary Fest. The big stage up there, people can be relaxed, enjoying their sound on the big stage. So it should be exciting, but again, that Thursday night, it's at 7:30 again, like usual. Rick Springfield, big star, a lot of hits, Jesse's Girl and all the rest.
Yes,
and he's going to have a big screen behind him, and it's going to be a phenomenal show.
I am so glad you and your friends made that decision. So many of my friends are in Rotary, and whether I'm able to attend in June or not, I just sit there and go, oh, those poor people, it's raining, because the Rotary, all their profits are spread out through Elk Grove charities.
They give the vast majority. They give some to the International Rotary Club, but most of the money goes back to Elk Grove. They just did yesterday. I was talking to Bill. My brother-in-law was the president this year. They just interviewed, I think, 12 or 13 kids for scholarships. They gave out over $12,000 in scholarships to Elk Grove kids just yesterday. So, I mean, that's great. They're giving back to the community, giving back. They give money to many other groups, too. And that's what we want to make sure they have a successful time. And one of the things we did, knock on wood, the reason I kind of looked at July is we have never, knock again, been rained out for any of our shows. So for some reason, July is a good time for shows. Because when you do get a storm, like when Pat Benatar's here, the rain came through at about 5:30. It was gone by 6 o'clock.
Yes,
so
we've been lucky.
Usually that's what happens in July. It doesn't stay cold, doesn't prolong rain. So we're thinking they're going to have better weather, warmer weather, and be more successful for them. So we're hoping that works out. And like I say, we're excited about having that done.
Oh, I was so excited to hear that. It was like, after all these years, like, that's brilliant. And it was kind of right in front of us.
Yes, it
So
was.
that's good. And then you're going to finish off the series on Tuesday, the 28th of July, with Sheena Easton.
Back at the Village Green at 7:30. Yes, Sheena Easton. She made a lot of hit songs
I know.
with Prince, but more importantly, she's
Kenny
also
Rogers.
known. Yep, and she's known for the James Bond movie.
Yes.
So everyone's going to know her voice. Everyone's going to know her songs, and it's really going to be a nice.
People do have to look her up because I have her CD.
Oh.
And she was from the same town in Scotland that my parents were from.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
of course, you know, you gravitate as if like I know her. I don't. But oh, she has. I pulled up a few of her songs again today. So she's one of the ones I think people should have a look and go, that's her that sings that?
They know her name, but they don't realize the song she
Yes.
did till they connected up. And she's going to put on thing. I'm glad you told me that because when I get a chance to meet her, I'm one quarter or Scotch too. I'm quarter Scotch, quarter Irish, and then Swedish and Danish. So I'll have a little tie-in with her and let her know that even though it's Johnson, my mother was half Scotch, half Irish. So we have a little
good.
tie there. But yeah, it should be a great way to wrap up our year. And again, like we tell people, bring stuff with you. But again, we still have Rocco Vinos this year, as we've done before. And I know people always say, well, why do you always have Rocco Vinos? One last time, I'll say again. When we first started this, we used to have cover bands. If we got 500 to 1,000 people, that was a good night. And Rocco Vinos, we made them promise to do price-friendly prices for the food, because we started this back during the Great Recession. And we want people to come for a very inexpensive night, relax, forget their problems, all that. And the only business, Elk Grove, and I went to a lot of them before I went there, only business that would commit was Rocco Vinos. And for the first 4 or 5 years, you know, Rocco's great. He said they lost money every year. They lost money, but they continue to do it because why? So they've been loyal to us. They got a great menu up there, and we feel now that the concerts gotten to the level they are, we feel it's only right they keep doing it. So that's why at the 4th of July, you have Tasty Catering with the Lions Club. For the 2 we have at the Elk Grove Town Center, it's Rocco Vinos. And then at the Roadie Fest, they of course have all the food vendors will be up there.
Taste of Elk
and
Grove.
they've got the beer tent available, so they'll be able to taste and have a good time there. But it should be a great time. People now know how we do it. They know where to park. They know how to get there. It's almost like old hat. But people are so excited again this year just because we're getting back to normal.
Yes, and outside, and you're right, we've lucked out with beautiful nights. Sun's coming down, the band's coming up, and even whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, it's just so compact that even if you were on a busy work schedule, you can be home by 9 or 9:30.
Yes. And our police, I mean, they're so used to the traffic movement. People are shocked. I mean, the biggest band crowd we had over at Rotary Green was for Foreigner, almost 25,000 people. They're out of there within 15, 20 minutes. We had the Beach Boys last year with 20,000 people packed in. Let's see, they got done. They put on a great long show for 2 hours. I think before 10 o'clock, it was all gone. It was dispersed. Our police, our public works, our CERT people, our volunteer CERT people, they all do such a great job at getting people out quickly, safely, efficiently. It's great. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, you go to some concerts, you sit in the parking lot for an hour and a half afterwards, waiting to get out.
But we
don't have that here. So that's why it's exciting. People love, and even people who still come for the first time, they'll come up to me and say, "Are you mayor?" "Yes, I'm the mayor." "Well, I want to thank you. I'm here from, my boss works in Elk Grove, but I'm here from Long Grove. Came down. What a phenomenal thing you do." And the stars, the band members always tell us, "Don't change a thing, Mayor. You got such a great venue here. It's relaxing. It's entertainment. People just love it." And you know, even Mike Love, the lead guy from the Beach Boys, was talking to me last year. It's funny because we had some time to kill, and he's out there behind the stage looking. He goes, "Mayor, how many people?" I said, "Well, Mike, you set a record." I said, "We got over 20,000 people here tonight." He goes, "Oh my God." Well, they're playing 2 shows at Ravinia in August. This is, of course, the end of July. He goes, "Hang on a second." On his phone, he pulls up what tickets were sold at Ravinia for his 2 shows. 9,600 for the first one, 7,300 the second one. He had 4,000 less people signed up to go see him at Ravinia over 2 nights. They had a 1 night in Elk Grove. I teased him. I said, "Well, Mike, it's the price tag of the tickets." Because I know, but I like the ticket prices too. But no, but he said, that makes a different atmosphere. People come and relax. They know it's inexpensive. They enjoy themselves. And that's Mike Love. Think about it. I said there's 3 iconic bands: the Beatles, Rolling Stones, and the Beach Boys. We had one of 3 iconic bands ever to play, and he was so impressed. You had the iconic band saying, "Elk Grove is a place to be." And that made me feel good.
Well, you're there, I know, and I'm there often. The atmosphere is really nice. The hardcores have their chairs up at 8 in the morning, and then the friends that just roll in have blankets and sit by the back. Then you see all the kids on their bikes just taking it all in.
Playing the splash pad in the back there. Now, remember the one thing, Diane, it's 8 a.m. at Rotary Green, but at the town center, we do a 3 p.m. countdown. So until 3 p.m. at the town center, you can't run up, we call it the Mad Dash at 3 in front of the stage. So I want to make sure people know. So at the town center, 3 o'clock, you get the Mad Dash, you get the best seats. And then it's 8 a.m. at the Rotary Green. Now what's funny is how many times the band members come out to watch our Mad Dash. And, you know, they just can't believe how people get along. There's no fights, no issues. Sometimes, hey, but they calm down quickly because I tell them, "Hey, you don't like it, I'm giving you money back." Relax. "Yeah, Mayor's right. Okay." You know, but it works out well, and it's now become a tradition. That Mad Dash, there's people waiting there for the lines to go down at 7, 8 in the morning and stuff. But it works out well, and everyone gets a great seat, so it's not a problem. But yeah, so we're excited about that.
Yes, July is great in Elk Grove.
Well, we're not done in July, though, remember? We got one other event we put on in July, and that's July 17th. We have our Play Party Picnic.
Right.
That is a great partnership with the Park District, the Village, and the library. I always point to Diane because everyone knows she worked for the Parks forever. So we are, but what's great about that is, what's unique about Elk Grove is how well we all work together. The Park District, the Village, the library. It truly is a unique partnership.
It is.
And that's why I really like that day, because that's a day where the Park District puts on some events, we put on events, the library puts on events, so people come, that whole area is closed off, and you can have a great time. It's very cost effective. Like, we sell hamburgers for $1.50, hot dogs for $1, chips and pop for 50 cents. You can't beat that. And it's tasty catering food. Great food. I know you folks put on events for people. You got the zip line. You got other things going on. The library's got things going on for people. It really makes a fun family day. And we really see a lot of grandparents coming out with grandkids, like some of us do. And, you know, it really makes a fun event. And it's on Sunday, so it's from noon to 4. You come over to the Village Hall. You got touch a truck. You got touch a fire. You know,
There's
Yeah.
face painting, and
Yes.
then for the fact that the Park District always has a zip line.
Yes.
Where are you going to go to get on a zip line?
for free.
Yeah, and
I mean,
there's
it's
dunk
fun.
tanks, and there's bands.
And they got the bouncing houses with
yes.
water features over the Park District. I mean, it really makes a great day. And that's truly what Elk Grove's about. It's a Sunday. It's relaxed afternoon. Come on over. Food's almost
It's
nothing.
nice because the atmosphere is like a campus.
Yes.
We've got the beautiful buildings that just have one street between them. You walk between. We've been lucky. That started when the Village was 60 and the
60th
Park
anniversary.
District was 50.
50, yep.
So it was
We
called
did
the
a joint-
50-60,
yep.
and once you start something,
Well, and that's what happens when, you know, it's funny because the board, we talk about stuff like that. Like, we kept the bike race going for a number of years, and we got the concerts. We look at it and go, look how much fun this was. And the parks are saying that we talk together all the time and say, well, let's do it again then. And now we've been doing this for years. And I mean, it really is nice, and that's what's unique about Elk Grove, is we work together and the community comes together. And it's a winning combination. And, you know, that's why you notice when we're seniors, you and I now, we don't leave. We stay here. We're not going
got it
anywhere.
made.
No. And then we got grandkids around, so we do it. And it just keeps the generation staying here and going on. And it makes it a lot of fun. And, you know, it's funny because I talk to a lot of mayors all the time, Diane, and they chuckle. They go, Craig, you really do this? Craig, you guys really do
How do
that?
you do it?
Your concerts are really, yeah, they're free. You do that? Yeah, we partner with the Park District and stuff. Make sure it's for the community. And they kind of shake their heads. But that's what's unique about Elk Grove, and we want to make sure we keep that going for, I want to sit back one day in my rocking chair and watch my great-grandkids go to the events.
yeah. And as far as the intergovernmental agreements, we start planning this in January. So the group from the library, the Village, and the Park District, once a month. It's just, what are you going to do? What do you think? Well, let's do a theme. I think this year they just put a little theme called Candyland. So whether it'll be colors or pavement, but walking between the 3 buildings and across the street. So they put a little extra
Oh, yeah.
into it. And it's really great to learn and know the people from the other agencies.
And it's nice, and what's nice too is, being that we have that governmental campus here, it gives us more than enough room. You got the huge field next to the pavilion, so you can put your zip line, all the other stuff there. We got the big parking center in our town center. We work with the library and that. It just really works out well that we have all this together like this to be able to put it out to the public to have fun with.
And now that School District 59 is on the other side
Yes.
of the lot, I believe they're interested in at least having their foundation represented.
Well, we'd love to have them partner with us. And that was, you know, I know a lot of people were worried about putting their headquarters there, and I told them, I said, you'd rather have that than a school. And they found it. Neighbors around there, a lot of them said, you're right, Mayor, you're right. It worked out good. But we were selfish. We wanted 59 to be here. Since we make up the majority of the students, we make up the majority of the money they use, we make up the majority of the schools, I want them in Elk Grove. As much as I like Arlington Heights, Elk Grove is where it should be. And we're excited about that because we work well with them. We talk to them and we, work with the superintendent on different issues. And it's just a different feel when you're part of a town.
Yes.
So they're in Elk Grove all day while they're working. They know Elk Grove. They eat in Elk Grove. They shop sometimes and leaving work and all that. So it makes them part of Elk Grove, and it works out well that way.
Yeah, no, that's a perfect scenario. So, all right, so we've got the summer concerts and play picnic and party. So July is going to be a bang.
And Rotary Fest.
And Rotary Fest, yes, that's,
Yes.
oh, I'm so glad it's in July for their sake and weather's sake. And that was about all we were
I wouldn't say about it. It's a pretty packed
Yeah,
month.
yeah.
I know my staff gets excited when July's over because they can finally get their vacation time and stuff like that. But again, it's a way, Diane, to bring us together in a positive way. Let us forget some of our worries, some of the issues. I know people worry about inflation. Good news is our prices for the food at the Play Party Picnic, we didn't raise them this year. No inflation in Elk Grove. Our ticket price to the concerts, still the same price, 0. No inflation affects it. So again, we want to make sure people can come together, forget the worries, forget the problems, and focus on really being a community, having fun and enjoyment here in Elk Grove Village.
That's the ticket.
You got it.
That's the ticket. Thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you, Diane.
Anyone wanting to know the more details, if you didn't catch it all today, the Villager and the Village website, elkgrove.org. So thank you again, Mayor Johnson.
Well, thank you, Diane.
And we will be right back. Thank you for joining us today on In the Grove. We had Mayor Craig Johnson here telling us what a great summer we're going to have. We've got the summer concert series, Play Picnic and Party, and Rotary Fest. So mark your calendars and get ready for a rockin' summer.